This is Father Andrew Ritchie, and you're listening to Catholic Inspiration, a podcast from my website at studyprayserve.com. These homilies, presentations, and retreats form part of my ministry as a Catholic priest for the Diocese of Superior. And now I invite you to open your hearts to some Catholic inspiration.
Today is Friday of the second week of the year. Our gospel reading is Mark chapter 3, verses 13 to 19. Jesus went up the mountain and summoned those whom he wanted, and they came to him. He appointed 12, whom he also named apostles, that they might be with him, and he might send them forth to preach and to have authority to drive out demons. He appointed the 12, Simon, whom he named Peter, James, son of Zebedee, John, the brother of James, whom he named Boanerges, that is, sons of thunder, Andrew, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James, the son of Alphaeus, Thaddeus, Simon the Cananean, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. This passage is instructive on many levels. We knew that there were many people, many disciples who were following Jesus from the very beginning. But out of this larger group, Jesus summons a smaller group, the 12 apostles, and they will be closest to him. The others are going to be following Jesus. They're going to be known by everybody. They're going to be together. But the 12 are going to have a special status. They're going to be sent. An apostle is one who is sent forth. They're going to be given authority. They're going to preach. They're going to drive out demons. We know that they're going to cure the sick. We know that they are going to teach. They are going to prepare and help others to come to know Jesus. We know this. What I want to share today is Jesus calls them by name. We know them. He calls them. I want you, Simon. I want you, James. I want you, John, Andrew, and Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James, son of Alphaeus, Thaddeus, Simon, Judas Iscariot. I want you. I choose you for specific work to do. And friends, this doesn't stop with the apostolic era. Jesus continues to choose people by name for specific work to do. And that continues to us. Jesus calls us by name. Jesus looks us dead to the eye and says, listen up, I got work for you. I choose you to do this work. Now, how do we find that out? Well, friends, we have to be living our faith. And that means immersed in our daily prayer, receiving sacraments, staying in the scriptures. It means being open to, in our fellowship with other Christians, that willingness and that desire to say, I want to grow closer to you, Lord. And the more we immerse ourselves in our spiritual life, in the life of faith, the more it will become very clear how God is prompting us and directing us and putting opportunities right smack in front of us that we might carry them out in his name. Specific work. Furthermore, the unique context of our own individual lives give us plenty of particular circumstances to work on. God calls some of you out there by name in your marriages, or in your children, or in your parents, or in your siblings. God calls you by name in the unique work that you do, the schooling that you have before you, the teams that you're on. God calls you by name in the neighborhoods, in the places where you shop. You see, each one of us has a specific circumstance and situation. My friends, you will have opportunities to reach people that I, as a priest, will never have. Because unless people are going to come into the church or into where I'm shopping or working or living, I ain't going to see them. But you might. And God calls us by name to do specific tasks that only we can do. God calls us by name that we might make an offering of our life to uniquely contribute to the needs of others. And God will take that offering and weave it together in ways that we can't even begin to imagine. God's going to work through the 12. And even when Judas Iscariot will betray Jesus, even when Peter will deny Jesus, they all are parts in the greater plan of salvation history. All 12 of them are going to run away when Jesus is arrested. They're not perfect. But God will perfect them and work through them in different ways, as long as they keep their hearts open to their lives striving to follow Jesus. That's what I want for all of us. I want all of us to know that God calls us by name to take on the unique tasks to which we are appointed, to do them faithfully and well, and let God do the rest, working in and working through us that we might have life and have it abundantly, that we might, in the name of Christ, be life-giving to others. But it begins with this simple understanding. He calls us each by name. May we be open to that call. May we hear His voice. And may we carry out faithfully whatever it is He appoints us to do. God bless you all.
This is Father Andrew, and I hope this podcast inspires your faith. Now, if you found it helpful, please share it with a friend. And you can help me by leaving a rating and a review. I keep all my listeners in my daily prayers, and I ask for your prayers in return. God bless you, my friends.